A little while ago, I made a video where I reviewed a new DeWalt power tool, and it got a lot of great feedback. This is painful to watch because of the tool, not the DeWalt. This guy is a pure clown. I'm pissed at myself for watching this. I find it amazing, the actual stupidity of some people. You have a lot of tools, but you don't have a lot in your mind. Lol. Today, we're going to be reviewing another new power tool. DeWalt's brand new, seriously, they just started selling it like this week, 20 volt max cordless 3/8" impact ratchet. I'm so excited. I've actually been waiting for them to make this for years. Really quick before we get into reviewing this new tool from DeWalt, I want to take a second and talk about the history of this tool. So if you want to see me unbox the tool and check out the tool and use the tool, skip ahead like a minute or two. But this is DeWalt's brand new impact ratchet. And when I say brand new, I seriously mean 6 months ago, I saw DeWalt put like a teaser picture of this tool out. And then maybe like 2-3 months ago, you could start buying them in certain places online, or at least order them or pre-order them. You couldn't really get them, but you could put a maybe deposit on them. And then this last week, you could actually walk into a Lowe's, walk into a Home Depot, and buy this off the shelf. And that is incredible because DeWalt has not made one of these for a very long time, and they should have been making it for a very long time. And this is why. Pretty much all of the tools that you buy, whether they're from DeWalt, which is the best tool company in the world, or Makita, which is an inferior tool company, even Ryobi, Bosch, Craftsman, I think that's an old Craftsman tool up there. They're all made by really the same manufacturers. There's probably 3 big tool manufacturers out there that make 90% of the power tools and even the hand tools. These are made by Husky and Craftsman and Gear Wrench, and they're all really made by the same manufacturer. There's 1 or 2, 3 big parent companies out there that make all the tools that you use. And I tell you that so that I can tell you this. Back in 2010, Black & Decker, the company which has owned DeWalt since the 1960s and made DeWalt what it is today, kind of the higher end version of Black & Decker, their prosumer model, which is kind of lower professional, higher consumer, good tools that you can get at Lowe's. That's what DeWalt was to Black & Decker. Well, back in 2010, Black & Decker and Stanley Tools merged, and in my opinion, which is the right opinion, DeWalt kind of started going to crap when that happened. And when I say go to crap, I mean the quality of their tools was pretty good, but they just stopped innovating. They just, for 10-15 years, all they did was just make different types of drills and impact drivers, and they expanded what they could put their 20-volt battery line on, but they didn't really make anything new. They got really stagnant, and there's another company, in fact, this company right here, Milwaukee. Over the same time period, they did the opposite of DeWalt. Instead of just making new drills, they made actually new tools. Tools designed to target the automotive industry, tools going after actual professional electricians, professional plumbers. They experimented with different types of batteries, and they were really innovative. And some would say, I would say, in the last 10-15 years, they have begun to dominate that high-end kind of prosumer market for power tools. And DeWalt, yeah, they just keep making new drills. Until now. Something has definitely happened at DeWalt, because in the last year, they kind of woke up and they care again, and they've been coming out with new tools. They've been coming out with new types of batteries, like these power stack batteries we talked about. For years, they had one big impact gun, and now, look, they have a smaller version of it. And then this tool right here, the impact socket wrench, so electric socket wrench you can put in tiny little crevices. Milwaukee has 4 different versions of this, and they have for years. And I actually bought one a couple years ago and promptly returned it because I got the little one, it wasn't powerful enough. There might be some actual evidence of me using a red tool and not a yellow tool. But yeah, I'm excited. DeWalt is finally catching up and finally coming out with new tools. So let's open this bad boy up and see what DeWalt's attempt at staying relevant looks like. I hope it's packaged well. I think it's only appropriate if we open this with a tiny DeWalt saw. And here she is. It is a electric ratchet. Oh no, there's some sort of safety on it. Oh yeah, there's a safety, but at least it looks like you don't have to hold the safety down. You can just permanently have it in not safe mode. And it's supposed to take our standard 20-volt battery range, which means I would imagine this would be about normal, but can we? Oh yeah, that promises to be some power. But what I find really interesting is this. These are their new Power Stack batteries, the ones they keep marketing, the ones they just came out with. We've got a video about these that I did earlier, and they actually fit perfectly. You know, if I were a tool who knew something about tools, it almost seems like DeWalt's new tools are coming out with their new lineup. They're making them to fit their fancy new Power Stack batteries, and not necessarily the ones they've had out for 10 or 15 years now. Just, a little big. Fits like a glove. Okay, so it's yellow, it's cordless, it feels pretty beefy in the hand. We're gonna have to test it out. There's two things I really found pretty interesting when I read the box. Yes, I didn't read the instructions, but I read the box. And the box says this has 70 foot-pounds of torque, which is great because the Milwaukee one I had before, I think only had like 35 pounds of torque and really didn't do the job. That's why I stuck with the yellow tools and didn't make the switch to red. But also it says that the plastic housing is oil and solvent resistant, which makes me think that, yeah, they are going after the automotive DIY professional mechanic. They want you to use this on your car because it's not gonna get all oily and nasty. So test number one, we're gonna test out, does it really give me 70 foot-pounds of torque? And I think I know how we're gonna test that out. 70 foot-pounds. Will she take it off? We have a little safety right here. It is on unlock. This looks like forward and reverse on the back of the head. And this thing up here is all metal, even down to, it looks like we can take it apart, undo this, take it apart. So metal from here up, plastic from here down. I think that's forward, that's reverse. No. Nope. Nope. That is a bit disappointing. It couldn't do 70 foot-pounds. I was able to loosen it with this a little bit, use this as a wrench, and then it came right off. But let's get some more bolts and play around and see what it actually will loosen. And this battery's fully charged, so it's not like the battery's low on juice. So let's experiment. We have redesigned our torque testing stand. This bolt is at 40, this bolt is at 50, and this bolt is at 60 foot-pounds. Even though the box said 70, we're gonna see what we can do. So reverse, that's righty-tighty. Let's start with the lowest, 40 foot-pounds. Not a problem. 50 foot-pounds. 50 foot-pounds hesitated at first, but it got it off. 60 foot-pounds, here we go. Again, 60 foot-pounds, not a problem. So 40, 50, 60, work just fine. The box says 70 foot-pounds. Don't trust that. Maybe with a higher amp hour, bigger battery, it could get to that 70. But usually companies over-exaggerate on these things. But we can comfortably say this little guy can handle 60 foot-pounds of torque to loosen up a bolt, which means it can probably also put 60 foot-pounds on. So if you're using it to tighten things, be careful. Torque wrenches and measuring things, that's a great scientific approach, but we need some real world experience with this tool. And for that, I have developed what I like to call the Ugga test. Please follow me over here to the socket set. For the Ugga test, we will grab a breaker bar, probably a big ratchet. We will get a socket of appropriate size. Tighten up your vise pretty good. And then we're just gonna tighten the hell out of this bolt. I think I stripped this one out. New bolt. These bolts are all just too weak. We're going to the rusty tetanus box to find a bigger bolt. Something like this might do the trick. What, do you not have a rusty box of tetanus passed down from generation to generation? Ah! You'll need bigger washers. Or just use that bearing, or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That's the Ugga. This is the Dugga. Test number 2, this time with significantly more Dugga. The box lied. It couldn't do 70 foot-pounds on our calibrated test, which is weird because I feel like myself and a breaker bar are more than 70 foot-pounds. So maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. But usually, you know, they're not as strong as the box says. Maybe with a fresh battery, different battery, we could get a little different performance. Your results may vary. But yeah, I really like this tool. It is going to go live with its brethren over in the dusty yellow tool department. Its main job in the stable is going to be replacing this guy. This is usually, you know, a little impact driver. This is what I'll put different sockets on when I'm working on the car or need to undo a socket or tighten up a socket. And just, it doesn't fit in many places because it's so big and it's so long. Especially on that Volkswagen there. I take the fenders off of that a lot, various reasons. Anytime brake suspension, it's just so much easier to take the fenders off, and there is no clearance. And I think this guy is actually going to fit. So I'm really excited to use it and put it to use. So I will keep you updated on that, if it works, if it doesn't work. I'm really excited that DeWalt is being innovative again, making new tools, coming out with new product lines. If you go to their website, they do have stuff now for plumbers and electricians and specialty concrete tools and a lot of stuff that I don't need, but I want to buy. Thank you for joining us today and enduring another one of my tool reviews. I think we learned a couple things. New DeWalt Ratchet, good. The various bolts that I keep around my garage, garbage. And more importantly, I am weaker than a torque wrench. So on that, please make sure to leave us an angry comment below and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Maybe go buy some new power tools because, yeah, I'm gonna go buy some new power tools too. See, this is your new home now. Oh look, everybody, say hi to the new guy, everybody. See, they like you. You're gonna fit right in here. Okay, everybody get some sleep. Okay, sweet dreams. Okay, give daddy some sugar. Oh, you guys too. Oh God, they steal my heart.